Did Pete Waterman try to sign Phixx at any stage?
Pete Waterman did try to sign Phixx, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Jive Records, they were called at the time.
Yeah.
And they really did want to sign us there and then on the dot.
While the show was...
While the show was going, no. When the show had finished,
yeah.
It was January, February 2003, and we kind of knew we wanted to do our own sound, our own stamp on things. So anyway, we get a call off Pete saying, guys, want to come into the the record company, Jive. We're really, really interested in signing you guys. I probably would have said, if it was down to me, giving you some insider information here, I probably would have been the one saying yes.
Yeah.
Let's go with it, because in my head we would have had a bigger budget for everything, but on the other side, we might not have been able to have done the music and the videos that we have done, which I'm super, super proud of. Yeah. So it was a bit of a double-edged sword for me, that one, but the other guys definitely didn't want to go down that route. They were kind of more strong-minded than I was, because they were a little bit older than me. I was the youngest in the group, so everything was all a bit too much for me to sort of take in.
Yeah.
So in a way, I would have liked the budget of the big record label, because we could have probably done even more with what we did. Yeah. But we probably wouldn't have been allowed to do what we wanted to do. So that's the catch.
That's the compromise.
So what do you do?
Yeah,
we ended up going with an independent label called Concept Music, and we had 4 singles out and a number 1 album in South Africa. Nothing to complain about there at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that you made the choices that you did collectively, because, as I say, one suspects you might not have gone down the same path that you did and left us with the memories that you have done.
Yeah. So it was our fear of the one true voice thing, I guess.
Yes.
Getting all the sort of Kylie Minogue. I just remember people saying we don't want to get all the Kylie Minogue B-sides and different things that have been cast aside for us. Yeah. So it's one of them.
I mean, so obviously you didn't make it into One True Voice.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Well, I was going to say, they had split up before you released your first single.
Yeah.
And you were obviously kind of watching from a front row seat as obviously they were beaten to the Christmas #1 by Girls Aloud, split up after 2 singles. Yeah. So sort of seeing that, also considering how you kind of, it seemed like you bonded with all the boys from the final 10 during the show. And also considering the relationships you built up with the girls and seeing obviously Girls Aloud go to from strength to strength.
Oh yeah.
That whole time must have been a really kind of big bag of mixed emotions.
It was bizarre. It was really bizarre. When I mentioned the Girls Aloud thing, it was bizarre to see them just literally every 6 months they were just going higher and higher and higher. I just couldn't believe how many songs they just kept on knocking out, if you like, but they were just getting bigger and bigger in front of your eyes, and to watch that starting at the same point as them was crazy. But then obviously seeing One True Voice split just before we released our first single, that was daunting, because it's like, are we the next in line on the chopping board? But no, just fond memories of a crazy time. I'll never experience anything like that ever again. So you've got to keep it close to your heart.